freedom's the answer. What's the question? You're listening to Ernest Hancock.
Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Stop me now. If you want to have a good time, just give me a call.
Yeah, just give me a T-shirt. Here, I'll show you. Yep, see? Send me a T-shirt. I'll wear it on air. There you go. That's you got to go to the video and you can see what it is. You know, we've done this kilt thing. I want to talk about this real quick so I can show you this. What happened was we would wear blue face paint and do this Braveheart thing and have our battle paint on and wear kilts and go on. And what I'm showing is a picture from 2000 when we did it in Anaheim, California at the Libertarian National Convention. And you'll see younger versions of Pal Gamble, senior editor of Freedom's Phoenix, my good friend Bob Anderson, and myself holding Arizona flags and our face painted blue. And they don't show the kilts here. They got us waist up. But this is something that we went and looked for the kilts, and my wife found them in a box that we had, and now this newspaper clipping was in there, and we go, oh, cool, we'll do that again. I just got called by the Clear Channel Morning Show host, Jim Sharp, and he said that, man, it's just TSA all day, every day. It's TSA. Now, of course, he talked about the meeting that we had here with the Phoenix Police Department, and he goes, that went, pretty well, and it's good that they're meeting with us and trying to make sure we don't have problems. But, we're all concerned. I don't think they realize just how big this is going to be. Last night, when Dr. Paul did his speech from the House floor, what he did is he went ahead and made it clear that, heck no, I think this opting out thing is great, and we're going to go ahead and promote it. Whoa, I pushed the wrong button. Sorry about that. This opting out thing is great. We're going to go ahead and make a big deal out of this. We're going to go ahead and he supports it. And, he gets away with saying anything he wants from the House floor and not get in trouble. I mean, he can just say, hey, man, this is what we're going to do. Well, one of the things that he did say is go ahead and videotaping people being fondled at the airport and the security check line. And they don't like that none too much. So I just want to give you a heads up there. You do what you want, but I'm just, that's one of their rules, So we'll see. I think that, rules are we'll have people that'll be nice. The people will be cooperative. I mean, they'll be, pleasant, but they're not going to take a lot of crap. I mean, that's what this whole thing is about. Will the Phoenix police protect our right to complain? They kept focusing on, we want you to focus your attention TSA. And I go, well, that's what we're doing, but are you going to provide us the opportunity to do that very thing? Because the city of Phoenix has jurisdiction right up to where you start the lines going into the screening process. So we're going, okay, we'll do whatever up to that. We'll make sure. You go to the front page of freedomsphoenix.com and you'll see the schedule for Dr. Paul here. And let me go ahead and put that up so you can see it visually here. But you see a lot of the schedule for him today. You'll see there's a link to all the quicks that are coming in from Drew. Drew Phillips, one of the videographers here, and he does a lot of work in the studio and so on. He is there now doing quick 1-2 minute quick videos of what's going on right now at ASU. So you go there, you can watch that or look at it a little bit later. And then we have this evening, Dr. Paul is going to be up at the Phoenician doing a Liberty on the Rocks. Is kind of a Republican thing. And they're all concerned because a lot of times, the guys go there and they put signs up and protest and such. And are you going to do that when Dr. Paul comes? And probably. But what they'll do is, I'm sure they'll be polite and such. And we have a a lot of people that will be there. He's doing a lot of interviews around the valley here on radio and television and such. And then we're going to do our best to have our remote comrex there. And we're going to try and work it out with Ian at Free Talk Live during the show. We can get a live interview with Dr. Paul for your guys' benefit. You just stay tuned to LRN.FM. Man, we're rock and roll and whatnot. You know, Ian, Marco there is making sure that we have the opportunity to be able to give you what's happening live all around the country. And with the technology that's available to the activists now, we can do that from pretty much anywhere at any time, as long as we can just get it into the stream. That's what LRN offers. And that's another thing. On LRN, you go to the broadcasting, we have some of the guys here going, yeah, you know, we'll get our little FM transmitter and be our own little neighborhood radio station. And it's legal. Now, of course, they got all kinds of little rules, and they'll want to play with you, and you need to look that up. But, yeah, we're going to totally bypass the lamestream media, the media that's so last century. This is a whole sea change in how people are going to be represented. They're going to represent themselves. They're no longer this, not even, the only time they even go talk to Congress or write letters or document what they did or said to them is just so they can check that off the list. Because let me tell you how it goes from experience as a libertarian activist. Did you write a letter to your congressman? Did you meet with your state legislator? Did you file suit? Did you run for office? Did you go to court? Did you? You know, I'm checked out, man. Check. I'm all checked out. But you go through this process to demonstrate, look, we went through the process. So we have an understanding here in Arizona. I think it's getting more and more understood by law enforcement that they really need our cooperation, our help more than they thought. Because last night, after Dr. Paul did that speech from the House floor, all of a sudden, man, that was a starting pistol for everybody. Oh, we're going to go do something. And wow, they need to know. And the firearms at the airport thing, you know, that's something we need to, I know there's going to be somebody, you know, it might be me. And it's legal to carry your firearm there. Will it be concealed? Well, it's legal to carry it concealed without a permit. So we may have firearms there. It may be open. I may have my kilt with a sword. I mean, you know, all these things had to be talked about. If you go to the front page of freedomsphoenix.com, you'll see the video that we threw together last night, late. Now we just threw it. It's not perfectly synced up or anything, but you get the interview that I did with Nick Barnett, which was, you know, Cop Block, you know, the top of the hour program. He's a young man that does that. He was at the meeting, took some notes, and we talked about it for about a half hour or more and gave you an idea of what was being said by both sides, us and the Phoenix police. Now, a lot of these things will apply across the country. It's worth listening to, and I think you should. Today's show, let me go ahead and give you what we got going on today. We have William Bupert. Now, he's going to be one of the speakers at the Freedom Summit. Now, William Bupert is, you know, he's an officer in the U.S. Army, and he didn't like me going on what his position is and everything, but he was high up. And he's writes for Lou Rockwell a lot, and you can see his work there, and he's going to be talking about secession, you know, and how the Articles of Confederation was better than the Constitution. So that'll be interesting. Then at the top of the hour, we have Don Budeau coming on. He's going to be a speaker at the Freedom Summit also. And then at 2:30, in the last half hour of the show, Glenn Jacobs, you may know him as Kane from the WWE. And he's a good friend and a hardcore libertarian, a.k.a. Citizen X. You stay right there. We'll be right back with a really great show for you and maybe some more cuts live of Dr. Paul. We'll be right back.